สมน้ำหน้าเรียกไม่ได้โถเอ้ยโถเอ้ยสมน้ำหน้ามันโถเอ้ย
This European Cricket Network event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software and Bizaway.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the ECN. It's Thursday and we've got three teams that are all one win apiece. Thailand and Scotland playing today. It's been a wet, it's been windy night again in Utrecht, but this should be a good game of cricket and it starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome back to the ECN. It's Thursday, we have Thailand playing Scotland and this competition is really heating up. Every team has a win apiece so far, so today is moving day. Can Thailand or Scotland get ahead and maybe on top of the table? Let's talk a little bit about the wicket. We're on a new pitch today. We've been on a number one for a few days now. This one as well, there's a little bit of green coverage and we had a little bit of rain overnight. Also, it's very windy again in Utrecht. For me, I'd be tempted to bowl first on this pitch because it might be a little bit more tacky on top. And if the bowlers can get it in the right position, they might be able to bowl the opposition out quite cheaply. Overall though, it's been a fantastic competition. The standards have been getting better and better. Darcy Carter the other day for Scotland, 2 wickets, 53 not out. What a special player. And for Thailand, I really like the left arm off spin of Pudawong. You have to look out for her. She's very clever and she has a very good arm ball. But overall, it's a great competition. I'm excited for this one, as should you. So let's go to match referee for Adrian Van Dries for the all-important coin toss.
Heads, tails.
Heads.
Heads gold. And it is a head.
We'll have a ball.
Yeah? Scotland won the toss and have a ball. Back to Curry.
Thank you very much, Adrian, and welcome everyone around the world. We're back in the beautiful Netherlands. Well, maybe not so beautiful. It's been raining again overnight, but thankfully the weather gods have been good to us, I should say. And it seems that we're going to be able to get a full game in, which is fantastic considering all the rain that we've had around. I was coming up from Rotterdam this morning and it was raining cats and dogs, but in Utrecht, beautiful weather conditions now. The sun is trying to peek through from the clouds. And Scotland have won a pretty crucial toss, I think, and are looking to bowl first, or maybe a new strip that's been under the covers and it might have a bit of life in it early. So it promises to be a very good game, and this tournament's been exceptional so far. All teams one win apiece, and it all started on the Monday when Thailand, has to be said, decimated the Scottish. It took us into the Tuesday where the Dutch beat Thailand, and then it took us in to yesterday where the Scottish beat the Dutch. So it's been a little bit all over the shop, but today's moving day, who is going to win and, well, assure themselves top of the table. You win here today, you will go home on top and set yourself up to potentially win the tournament. Good opportunity to welcome back everyone around the world, wherever you might be. Joining us on YouTube and on the ECN. We're in 3 countries live at the moment. We're in Budapest, Hungary. Fantastic. We're in Malta. Vinny Sandu out there doing a fantastic job for the Valletta Cup. And we're in the Netherlands, which is super exciting. So 3 countries at once. We continue to grow, and I know we've had a lot of good feedback, and I hope everyone's enjoying themselves as much as possible. Looks like Slater, left arm seam bowler, is prepared to take the first over of this game. Bowled exceptionally well yesterday. Late swing, good action. He'll be honing in on those stumps, I'm sure. Contran K is on strike, just taking guard and almost set to go in this one. I think it's Kiato at the non-striker's end. It says Tipok there, but I'll have to... No, that's definitely Kiato at the non-striker's end, so we'll get that fixed up. But we're almost set to go. Scotland winning the toss, electing to bowl. The right decision, I think, with all the weather that we've had and the pitch being under covers. It is a new strip, so it might be a little bit fresh and could have a bit of life in it, but we'll have to wait and see. So we're almost ready. Rizwan, standing umpire there. Malek, his partner. Here we go. Ball 1 in this T20I. on its short and crunched away to deep square leg, and that'll open up proceedings straight away. 1 run to start, and well, 2 boundary riders in this power play. Third and deep square. And Kontrin Kai gets that one away to get off the mark straight away. So a little bit straight that time, and that's going to be 1 leg by, I would imagine. And yeah, it is signalled leg by. So a couple of runs to start this match, and a really important game this is as well for both nations, both with a win and a loss. There's the adjusted little scorecard at bottom. It is Kyoto who is opening as well. And yeah, it's once again good to have everybody around the world tuning in. I can see a lot of messages in the chat, wherever you might be watching, at home or in the offices in Amsterdam, or wherever you might be. Plenty of good cricket down the road in Utrecht. As, oh, good ball, not there to cut at all. Kontrin Kai trying to open up her stance, but when it's swinging back in, you've got to be careful. Look at this, comes back. It's definitely not there to cut. Joe Foster in the chat. Oh, Joe, hope you're well. And he's got an eagle eye on what's going on. And the Bryce sisters are here. So we're going to get the fantasy teams up for you at the end of this over. And 2 very talented cricketers have come across the ditch, and they're here to play in the Netherlands now for the rest of the week, which is super exciting. Again, a little bit short, well pulled into a big pocket of space. That could go, you know, the outfield seems to be pretty sharp there in a top effort, but in the end it's 4, and that will be the first boundary in this T20I, and it goes all the way for 4. A little bit short from Slater and pulled away handsomely. So Thailand, who must be said yesterday, I think we were a little bit shell-shocked when they came out to bat versus the Dutch. They just couldn't get the ball away in the first 5 to 6 overs. It's a good little start here now. And a nice looking drive, but straight to the field in the offside. So a little bit of movement so far, but nothing too crazy that the batters can't handle. Good to see Keanu in the chat, and Rob and Helix and everybody else. So brilliant to always interact with everybody. And if you do want to get any questions in today, or just say a friendly hello, I'm in a good mood, why not? I'm going to be here for the next 40 overs. Hopefully it's going to be a close one. And that is going to be a wide. Slater does have this happy knack sometimes. In yesterday's game, lost her footing a couple of times in the bowling run-up. Seemed again there, just losing a bit of rhythm running in. Usually quite talented at swinging that ball back in. It is another blustery sort of day here in Utrecht. They call it a Dutch summer, and you do get some pretty windy, rainy days still. This one starts at 2 straight and clipped nicely around the corner. They might think it 2, but they'll just settle on the 1. So what a lovely little start this is for Thailand. And at the end of 1 over, it is 8 for none. Let's have a look at these 2 lineups. And well, the big inclusions for Scotland at the very bottom of your screen are the Bryce sisters. High cricket pedigree, playing in the UK, and they've flown in now, and I believe they're available for the rest of the week, sort of similar to Stur Callis, who came late. And well, Thailand, we're seeing a lot of them. My favourite so far, Putawong at the bottom there. Little left arm swing sort of spin bowler. Look out for her. She's super talented. And plenty of good names there. Kyoto, Chipok, Chantum, Kontrinkai, Maya, Chawai, Sudarang. All of them very talented. So it should be a good game. Darcy Carter has to be spoken about as well. The other day, player of the match, 53 not out. Picked up 2 vital wickets in only her second ever T20I. So look out for her as well. As we are going to see one of the Bryce sisters now, and first time in this tournament. It's going to be Catherine Bryce, who's going to come on from, well, we'll say the northern end. Let's call it that. Oh, it's a nice little inducker and just the dot ball into the offside to start. So Thailand being sent in, they'll want anything northward of 120, I think, and we'll have to see if they can build some partnerships today and and get that score. Catherine Bryce is the 31st T20I. Plenty of experience for a 25-year-old. Again, well bowled, good area. 26 international T20I wickets and averaging 40 with the bat. So look out, plays for Lapara Lightning and the Trent Rockets in the 100. So that lady on your screen is extremely talented. And swings it in again. You can just see asking the right questions. A little bit of movement and having a player of this stature come in to join Scotland right now does make them look a bit more of a formidable outfit. If you're not too sure on the T20 rankings, it's Scotland 14, Thailand 11. Another full delivery and just pushed out to Darcy Carter there at cover. So lovely start this from Bryce. But great to have the Bryce sisters come out here. And you can see that Lister isn't keeping either. It's Sarah Bryce who's the first choice keeper for Scotland today. A little bit shorter, and it's a nice looking pull shot, but two fielders out there on the leg side, so just the one to Contra and Kai. As we get to the last ball of the second, and yeah, I think 120 plus, always you want to be able to make something 120 plus at least. It is big boundaries out here in Kampong. Do have to say thank you to everyone at Kampong Cricket Club. The lunches they're serving up at the moment are fantastic. Great hosts. That one short, pulled away, and one bounce out there to the fielder. So just the one run off that last ball, but Kiato will appreciate it because she's off the mark. And 2 overs gone to start this cloudy-ish Thursday, and the score is 10 for none. Have a look at the table, and this is what I was talking about in the pre-game. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. All teams on 2 points. I wouldn't worry about that net run rate too much if I was any of the teams either. That will swing quite a lot. It's quite volatile when you haven't played too many games. So a 30-40 run win today, or Scotland are chasing, aren't they? If they can win inside 15, 16 overs, I think they would actually leapfrog Thailand. Well, they would on points, but also on net run rate. So keep an eye out. This tournament is going to get down right to the wire. We are here until Saturday afternoon as well. Slated to continue. So wide down the leg side, and interesting to see the setup of Kiato here, batting right across the stumps and left arm in swing bowler. It's very risky if you do miss that full straight one. Let's have a look at Kiato's guard here. Yeah, right across. That's actually right outside off stump. Well, watch that swing in like that. That's closer than you think. Maybe just outside the line, but I think Slater will feel if she can get it full and straight here and hitting the pad, she's got a red hot chance of an LBW. There's a beautiful breeze going from left to right on your screen as well to help Slater with that inducker. Yeah, interesting option from Kiato here. I think I'd prefer if I open up that front leg a little bit. Oh, there it is, but you've got to have good hand-eye, and she does jam down on it, and they're going to come back for a tight second, but it's good aggressive running. It forces the mistake out there, so they do get back for 2. Jack's out there with a little bit of a fumble. That is one thing you've got to watch for with the Thailand women. Extremely quick between the wickets. They like to put the opposition under pressure. And Slater just losing a little bit of rhythm here. Just hasn't been able to get it as accurate as yesterday so far. But all these girls have been pretty outstanding so far in this tournament, this topsy-turvy week in the Netherlands. Full, big, thick inside edge onto the pad. You can see what Slater's trying to do. Wants to bring it in. Wants to try and hit those pads. This time overcooks it a little bit, and Kyoto's actually lucky to jar down enough on it. You can see Dave in the chat, a few others in the chat, saying they've got the three-way split screen going on at the moment. We are in 3 countries at once, so why not? Malta, Hungary, and the Netherlands. Pretty fantastic. Oh, my word. That is a seed. That's beating anyone around the world. That didn't come back in, and bang, that took off. Well, this is what I meant in the pre-game looking at the pitch. I had a feel of on a length exactly in that spot, and it was just a bit soft. And I think it was just a tad soft due to the weather and the covers being on. That has taken off a length. A couple more of those, and you'd be pretty happy if you're a Scottish fan. And this time, a little bit too short, pulled straight to mid-wicket. So dot ball. And one of those deliveries taking off and flying past the outside edge. It's always in the batter's back of their mind. You can't forget that. Might make Kyoto a little bit more nervous about pressing forward. Again, gets it wrong, and it's just tickled around the corner. More glove than bat, but they should get back for 2. And well, it's a decent throw in, but they will get back for 2. So steady start here from Thailand. I think they'll be the happier of the 2 teams after being sent in to bat. At the end of 3 overs, they have gotten themselves to 16 for none. As you can see, they're quite quick between the wickets. No messing about. Do like the sort of maroon look, the colours of Thailand as well. Good kit. So this is what's going on today on the ECN. We're talking about we're all around the world. Well, it's the Valletta Cup, 6 teams playing over there. Luxembourg, Malta, Romania, Switzerland, France, Romania. And Vinny Sandhu's over there at the moment. He's enjoying himself, I'm sure. I heard it's quite hot out in Malta, so good luck, Vinny. A little bit cooler out here. We're Thailand, Scotland. And 4 international fixtures on the ECN. Give us a follow, give us a like. We have to be the best cricket coverage in the world because we go every single day. Bryce to continue. And Bryce gets a little bit of bounce as well and a little bit of pop as well. So I think that this pitch does have a little bit more in it than the other one I saw the first 3 games. Have a look at this come out the top. That's really shot up. That's 2 balls now that on a good length have carried through considerably. Just a false start that time. That's a nice looking cut shot. It's in the gap as well. Lovely shot from Katrunkai. Now, will it go to the rope? I don't think so. It's a massive boundary. They could come back for 3 on the arm. Brilliant running. That's good. A little bit disappointing from maybe some of the fielders in the inner ring not to halve the throw. But that's good aggressive running. It's a 60-metre boundary. And if you get it to the rope, there's almost always 3. Good chase on the Scottish ladies, but yeah, 3 runs nonetheless. Fuller ball, and well, it's edged away. Stopped in the end by Rainey, and Rainey's one to look out for. I was super impressed with her spell yesterday. They held her back to the 12th over. And she has some genuine wheels, and I think was a big game changer and reason why Scotland won yesterday. Very talented indeed. There's another delivery, just beats the off stump. Gyatso looking for that favoured pull shot. Good to see the ECN robot in the chat as well. Whoever you are, robot out there. Don't be afraid to get a pole in or 2 today. As that's well played, just pushed into the leg side. Big pocket of space, and they'll settle for the single. Nice start this from Thailand. You get put into bat on a wicket that might have a bit for the bowlers, but they're negotiating it well enough. And really well bowled from Bryce, who's also asking the right questions, so it takes us to the end of yet another over. 4 overs gone. Thailand quite calmly have gotten themselves to 20 for none. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a bowling change here. Slater didn't have her normal rhythm, I'd say. Couldn't get it right in the end. Does look like keeper's coming up to the stump, so we might see some early spin in this one. Yeah, we are going to see the leg spin of Maqsood come into the attack. Maqsood bowled a good spell yesterday as well. Gets it to turn, but gets this extra bounce from time to time. Proves to be quite effective. Brave captaincy as well to come on early in the power play. Put the test to the Thai batters. Bit of flight, and you see Maqsood isn't afraid to flight the ball either. We'll give it a rev and try and get it up in the air above the batter's eye line. Draw them out the crease a little bit. Again, that's really well bowled, and a bit of yes, no, maybe between the two out there. So another dot ball, and you just feel that even though it's an okay start by Thailand, they might want a couple extra boundaries here. Maybe a bit of itchy feet. Deep mid-wicket and deep cover, another 2 boundary riders. There you go. There's that sort of looser looking shot. You could just feel that was coming. Kiato gets away with it, just the single. Nice start from Maqsood. Down the pitch this time, and again a bit of yes, no, maybe. And that'll be another dot ball. Good start from Maqsood. Giving it a lot of air, not giving the batters too much pace to work with here. Kontran Kai looking to come down the wicket to try and create a little bit of something. That's the flatter one, and well, Slater comes charging in for the catch, eludes her, and now they'll get back for a double. Slater thought there was a chance of a catch, came charging in. It landed just short and then spun away for 2. That's the flatter one, a little bit of purchase, and you can see it's just a half volley. So 2 handy runs go to the scorecard for the Thai team. And Maqsood, I think, losing her run up a little bit there, and Kiato was actually backing up a little bit, but no run out attempt, as it is called a run out these days and not a man cat as the world continues to change. Well, big full toss, can they cash in? Not really. Kontran Kai picks out deep cover. That'll be a little bit disappointing. That could have gone to the fence. Good start from Maqsood, though. The over only goes for 4 runs, 5 overs bowled in this one, and the score is 24 for none. As you can see, it's a pretty steady start. Each over going for a few, but no massive over, besides the first that went for 8. Still, I think Thailand will be happy they've kept wickets in hand. Yesterday against the Netherlands, they did lose quite a few wickets at the top and never really recovered. Plenty of noise out there from Scotland as well, and you can imagine why. They believe they've got a really good chance in this one. Bryce sisters coming back and a little bit more closer to full strength. Chacheri into the attack. Another change. Right arm in swing. Well, they went away. The other day, I swear Chacheri was bringing them back in a little bit, but that definitely looked to go away a little bit. So last over this power play, do Thailand take a little bit of a risk here. Maybe try open the shoulders and get one over the top. Well bowled again. There's very full, getting it jarred down at the bottom of that bat. And this is a good little start, I think, for Scotland. I think they'll be happy. Maybe they haven't picked up the wicket they would have liked in the power play, but overall they've kept it pretty tight. That one sort of pitches and decks back a little bit. There's an appeal, but I'm pretty sure that one's going down the leg side. Another dot ball. You can see this pitch definitely has something in it. If you can land it on a good length, there's enough to work with. There's a tinge of green over the top of this one, and it's been under covers probably most of the evening and this morning. We're very lucky that the weather has cleared up for us this afternoon. I know it's raining in other parts of the Netherlands. That one's down the leg side and not cashed in. A little bit of bat on it, but just the single. There has been a few opportunities for Thailand here to maybe put the bad ball away, but just haven't had the opportunity to get it out the meat of the bat. As you can see on Bryce's shirt there, it is quite blustery. That wind is picking up out there. Not easy for anyone. That's well bowled as well. Lovely little start this from Chacheri. Just on the spot, asking the right question. 7 off 15 for Kyoto, and you just feel that pressure has really built up. Contra and Kai 14 off 20. Neither able to break away a little bit. Last ball of this power play. That one's tucked straight to 45 and another dot ball. So magnificent over. It's only going to go for one, and that pressure has really built up out here. 6 overs gone, 25 for none. We've got a couple of events that are coming up on the ECN, and, well, plenty to talk about. Hungary and Malta and Netherlands we're in right now with the Valletta Cup. And then we're off to Czech Republic, Portugal for a night series. Looking forward to that. Switzerland for 2 weeks. And then, that's a new one, ECN Continental Cup, women's, and that must be the Romanian flag. So we're off to Romania. That one's new to me. I hadn't heard much about that. Well, let me find out a little bit more information. So, obviously, more cricket news comes thick and fast, because yesterday we didn't have that one. So it just shows we keep growing, and more cricket is happening all over Europe. Over number 7. Well bowled. Flighted. Oh, a bit of yes, no. I'll get through for a single, though. Good tight running. Ufus, Terry in the chat says hello. Greetings from South Africa. Hope you're well. Terry, I believe you're down there for the ICC conference with all the sort of chairmen and big wigs of European cricket. Say hello to Johnny Howden out there, my other boss. Hope you're well, John, and see you soon in Spain. Well timed into the leg side. Just the single, though. I don't think they'll get 2 this time. And, well, those projected scores, 7 over from here. We'll still get them up to 120 region, but someone's going to have to take a few risks and get on with it a little bit. That's a ball that has to be dispatched, and it is dispatched. That might go to the boundary. And it does. Contra and Kai needed that just to make a bit of a steadier for Thailand. It was a big full toss. Good use of the feet. turns it into a fully and puts it away over mid-wicket. They're the deliveries that you dream of, and well dispatched. Scotland still continue with 6 fielders in the ring. As that is chopped down to the offside. KSM in the chat saying it's the second Continental Cup for women. First one was last year. Brilliant. That's good. I can't keep up with everything though. There's 1,700 games a year. So very difficult to keep up with every single game we produce. But fantastic. We're having another women's event coming up very shortly. Is down the crease and well pushed, but straight to cover. One ball remaining in the 7th over. Lovely start here for Scotland, I feel. I reckon their noses are ahead. They just want that wicket to cap it off. As Maqsood loses a run up again. And funnily enough, Kyoto backing up too far again. So you have to wonder. Would you try and attempt the run out? Short, cut into a big pocket of space. If they're quick here, they should get 2. Yeah, good aggressive running. Very good from Thailand. They do the 1%ers quite well. That means 7 overs are bowled and 33 for none. And nice to see Terry say. John is sat right there. So, John, hope you're well, mate. Haven't seen you in a while, but I'll see you very soon. Probably in September. Looking forward to it. Maybe, John, you can ask Terry why he wouldn't let us come to Estonia. Find that out for me. Right, 33 for none after 7. And here's Rainey. Yesterday, that lady on your screen was held back until the 12th over and bowled 4 on the trot, 3 wickets, and bowled extremely fast. Can't wait to see when she's brought back in. As that is hit straight to mid-wicket. Another dot ball, and sort of feel for Kyoto it's time to hit out or get out. Don't want to sound too critical, but 8 off 18, T20I. It's time to open the hands and get that foot a little bit more open. Maybe stay leg side of the ball and get some through the offside, or elevate one over mid-off and mid-on. But it does feel like it's time to get going. Not easy when you're facing quality bowling though, and that's what we're seeing from Scotland. Obviously, it's easier said than done from the combox. But I'm sure Kyoto is now feeling a little bit of the pinch. 8 off 19, striking at less than 50. There we go, shorter ball, top edge, and it's going to land in a big pocket of space. They should get 2 here if they're quick. Yeah, no, a bit of yes, no. They could have got 2, but they'll have to settle for the 1. So slide opportunity missed. Kyoto looked for that favoured sort of pull shot, but just the 1. You can see there was a bit of hesitation. Slater did well. Slater actually watched the situation quite well and got to the stumps, and that made the batters just hesitate on going for that second. Again, back to the bowler. Question in the chat from SG, why all games on this pitch and outfield? Well, we're at Kampong. They're the host of this series, and this outfield it's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's slow, but I would just say that we've had a bit of rain, so there's a bit of moisture on top of it, which does slow it down. And well, all the games are here because Utrecht are the hosts. As that's whacked away to leg side. That's what we want to see. A little bit more brave batting, I think. Contra and Kai gets that away, but just for the 1. But yeah, we are on a different wicket today, where the first 3 games were played on the wicket on the right of your screen, just over there, and it held up quite nicely, that wicket, I thought. But this is a brand new wicket today, and it is a little bit more moisture on top, mainly due to the overhead conditions and the rain that we did have. So I'd say it's a more favourable day for bowling, and that's why you saw Scotland win the toss and elect to have a bowl. Last ball of this 8th over. hit back straight. And will it break through the inner ring? It won't. But they will get a single. So 8 overs gone. Scotland, I think they're still without a wicket. Still the happier of the two teams. The score is 36 for none. As I want to welcome everybody around the world to the Dream Box. Welcome here. We're in beautiful sunny Netherlands. Well, slightly sunny today. And well, it's great to have everyone watching around the world. We've got Terry and John that are in South Africa. I hope you're having well, gentlemen. And everyone else in the chat, let us know where you're watching from, because I know we do stream 1,700 live games a year, but it is good to interact with the viewers and hear where you're from. And you can follow us on all of these: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That is Josh. I figured that out overnight. I think that app's called Josh, and you can only get that one in India. And of course TikTok. So give us a follow, give us a like. If you do enjoy all the free-to-air coverage and watching all the ECN, then give us a like, give us a message, and jump on board, because we got a lot more cricket coming up, and we're getting closer to the ECC, our marquee event, and I'm very excited for Group A. Should be an exciting tournament. We'll have to see how it goes this year. As it's time for some pace. Rainey, good start, a little bit of movement there. And Rainey, for me, yesterday was held back so late, I couldn't believe it. Me and Scott Edwards, our special guest commentator, who joined me, couldn't believe how late she came into the attack, but boy, made it work. 4 outstanding overs. As that is well defended. A few people saying, where is Scott Edwards today? Well, we got him in for one day, and that was lucky, I think. It's great to have the Dutch captain come to support the women's team. I'm working on Max O'Dowd. I'm slowly breaking him down, and might be able to get O'Dowd in for a few overs later in the week. But they do have a heavy schedule, those boys, and they do need a bit of rest as well. Kiato pulled, and another dot ball, and you just got to feel a little bit for Kiato here, who is caught in that awful scenario where you're trying your best to get the ball away, but just can't get it to where you want it to be. Really struggling now with that strike rate. That's all right. That's okay. A little bit of width, but that's the sort of intent you want to see. Not trying to push it for 1. Try and whack it for 4. Decent pace from Rainey. Rainey's, I'd say, the quickest bowler I've seen in this women's cricket fiesta of T20Is. Got a lovely action. Hits the deck hard, and I think we'll get quite a bit out of this surface. Just a little bit of nibble. And that's a slow ball that goes wrong, and well played from Kiato. Will it go for 4? It won't. Magnificent fielding out there from Lister. And, well, credit to Lister, as she actually kept in the first 2 games, not keeping this one. That's great fielding. That sort of rolling leg cutter slow ball whacked away, and this is good on an outfield that's got a little bit of surface water on top. Great job. Only the 2 runs. As it looks like the wind's picked up again, and those bails just got dislodged quickly. It's a nice start from Rainey. Last ball for her first over. Short. Misses out a little bit on that one. Could have been put away, but it's just going to be a single. So the over, as long as there's no extras here, yep, we'll just go for 3. No overthrows. As a wild throw came in. 9 overs gone. Thailand, no wickets down, but 39 for none. We have a look at that scorecard, and there's plenty of batting to come. I'd actually be tempted to put Chantham up at 3. Really liked the look of her. Hits it extremely hard. Chawai there, the captain's at 6. Maybe elevate to 4 as well. There's some good talent in this Thailand team, but there's a lot of work to do here. 7 and over from here, 116. Always feel that, having a look this morning, thought that par would be around that 120 mark, a run a ball. Wickets in hand. As it looks like it will be player of the match from yesterday. Darcy Carter, who on international debut made a duck off 6 and came back extremely strong in her second ever international. Player of the match performance of 53 not out and 2 for 12 is phenomenal. So obviously a very confident young player. Here we go. In the air, could have a wicket first ball. No, it's going to land in a big pocket of space and actually kicks off the edge of the square. So it's a bit of extra bounce out there and they get away for 2. I think Kiato's really thought now anything with width or anything in my area, it has to go. No more tiki-taka. It's going to have to be some big shots, and if you get out, it doesn't matter. That hits hard, and what a lovely stop from Carter. Keeps it to a dot ball, just sticking out the left duke. Lovely action. Reminds me a little bit of Nathan Horrocks, the Irish spin coach. Hit beautifully through the offside. Well, that's a bit better from Kiato. Look at this big boundary, though. It's not going to go. No, it's not, but they should get 3. And they'll get back for a comfortable 3. I think that shot there just shows you how big this boundary is out here in Kampong, Utrecht. But nice shot from Kiato. That will give her an immense amount of confidence. As they do make a change to the field cover. Move out to deep cover point. Down the crease, a nice looking shot this time, and that might go for 4. That one has a bit more legs on it. You betcha. Well, Contra and Kai hadn't faced a ball for a while. Skips down to Carter and chips it beautifully straight. Scotland may be slightly over-attacking with mid-off and mid-on in the ring, and she makes them pay. It's a nice shot. Watch it skid off. And there it goes. So a 3 and a 4. And that does help boost proceedings a little bit here. And mid-on now goes back onto the rope. Partnership of 48. That run rate almost in the 5s now. And again, aggressive looking stroke as it's skewed out to deep square. They'll just settle for the 1. So you can see a complete different thought process from these two batters. They're really looking to take the game on now. At the end of the day, maybe we've been a little bit critical on the run rate, but they've kept the wickets column safe, meaning everybody in this lineup has a bit of a license to really have a dip. That last ball's flied and driven quite nicely as well. And well, a little bit of a misfield. They'll think about 2. No. So they'll just settle on the 1 as the throw comes in. 50 partnership for Thailand. It's taken them a bit of time to get there, but signs are starting to improve. And 10 overs bowled in this one. Thailand 50 for none. And this is our halfway update. You can see 50 off the first 10. Contra and Kai 27 looking the goods. Kiato trying to get on with it a bit more. 19 not out. I think Michael in the chat makes a good observation as well. Pace is doing better on this surface than spin, and I do agree. I think from what we've seen, the seam bowlers have been very difficult to get away. I just think it's a little bit soft on top, meaning it's slightly too paced, and when it's slightly too paced, seam bowling is extremely difficult as Rainey come charging in again and gets that one wrong off the thigh pad and just the single down to fine leg. But yeah, the spinners probably haven't been as effective. We've seen in the first few games the spinners have been mighty effective in every game. It'll be interesting for Thailand. They have Maya in their lineup, seam bowler. They've also got Sudarang, very good in-swing bowler. So Thailand as well will enjoy bowling on this surface, as that is some width and missed out there from Contra and Kai. Well, we have 10 overs. I mean, with 10 wickets in hand, if you can even go at 7s for the rest and put another 70 on the board, that does take you to that 120 mark. If you can go at 8s, maybe get to 130. Not going to be easy, but so many wickets in hand. Nice shot. Straight to the fielder out at deep cover. Rainey started well again here. Big smile on her face because she's having a good tournament. Definitely for me the quickest of the lot, maybe just ahead of Slater, left arm seamer. And Zwilling from the Netherlands and Maya from Thailand. I think those three all stand out with their pace. In the air, and this should be the first one. It is the first one. So Kyoto decided to try and hit out. You completely understand why. And a nice catch from Maksud at mid-off. And Rainey takes the wicket, deserves the wicket. Just bowled fantastically again here. Just steady on a good length consistently. And Kyoto, bit of a mixed bag today. 19 off 32. Tried their best but couldn't get too many boundaries away. Score is currently 52 for 1. You can see, tried their best to get it over mid-off and mid-on. We're in the ring, so you can understand the thought process, but on a wicket that might be a little bit too paced with the seam bowlers. Not an easy shot to attempt, as Chantham will come out at number 3. So Chantham comes out with a bit of work to do here. With 9 wickets in hand and 9 overs to go, I don't think Chantham will take too much time trying to be positive and get that scoring rate up a bit. Starts with a circumspect shot just to cover, and Rainey's figures once again pretty exceptional. 1 for 4 for her. Doesn't seem to bowl many bad deliveries. I'd like to see Rainey maybe one game get given the new ball as well. I'd be quite curious to see how she would go. So the one's pushed into the offside, and another bit of a yes-no. So should be a dot ball. It is a dot ball, and a good over for Scotland. They get the wicket and they stop that little bit of an injection for Thailand. So 11 overs gone. Score is 52 for 1. Yeah, you can have a look. Rainey with the wicket there, but some pretty good economy rates overall. Rainey yesterday, 3 for 15. If it wasn't for Darcy Carter, I think Rainey would have got player of the match, but everyone will be pretty happy up there. Maybe Darcy Carter, actually, the only over that went for 11, will be a little bit upset, but all the mainstream bowlers have done a bit of a job today. They'll be wary, though, Scotland. They'll know that Thailand still have a lot of batters to come, and not to get too far ahead of themselves. And there's a long way to go in this game. It's only 11 overs bowled. We've got at least another 29 overs if it goes the distance. So we're only 25, 26% through it. Games can change pretty drastically. Bryce back into the attack and gone. That's stumped. Well, what lovely hands that is. It's Bryce and Bryce who have come in for Scotland today, and that is a brilliant stumping. And another wicket will go. Catherine Bryce sneaks it past the outside edge, and Sarah Bryce, what a pickup. Little maybe slight leg cutter, beautiful hands, and well, it's brilliant stumping. Really good, clean. Thank you. Easy decision for Rizwan Akram at square leg. We don't have the use of technology to make decisions. The umpires have to make them on the ground, and exactly that is what happens. And another wicket goes down, so good from Scotland. They had been patient and patient and patient, and now they get the rewards. As it looks like Sudarang is going to be elevated to number 4. Let's have another look at this. Slight leg cutter maybe, but just beautiful keeping. Beautiful, beautiful keeping. Standing up to the stumps is an art, and you've seen something pretty exceptional there. So Sudarang comes out at number 4, and you've now got 2 new batters who haven't scored yet. This is a really pivotal time here for Thailand. And can they get someone in and get going? Pushed into the offside. Yeah, the openers, 28 off 32 for Contra and Kai, looked good. You do feel they've left the middle order just under the pump a bit. They're going to have to come out and get on with it from the get-go. That's a nice looking shot, and in the gap, really nice batting. Let the ball come the whole way. Should just be an easy 2. Let's not forget as well, it is a big boundary. So hypothetical, Thailand get themselves to that 120 mark, which I think's on par. You got that big boundary to work with and some very talented bowlers. If they can get the Bryce sisters out, they'll still believe. They did skittle through Scotland the other day, it has to be mentioned as well. But a little bit of a different look, Scotland, today. Oh, bowled. Well, it's a Yorker. It's gone through and it's clipped the leg stump. And Scotland are cashing in after not taking many wickets early. They're getting the reward now. That was a Yorker that just got through under the bat and it clipped the leg stump. And Bryce has another fantastic bowling. Catherine Bryce angled in, honing in and clip. There you go, leg stump gets disrupted, just touching it enough. And Scotland in control of this one. Tough for Sudarang, tough ball to get, third ball. Chawai now going to come out at number 5 and has a plenty of work to do. Chawai, the captain, needs a little bit of a captain's innings. What a good decision to have Bryce back into the attack as well. Sensed an opportunity and taken it with both hands. 2 wickets in this over. So, captain at the crease. And a bit of a captain's innings. Oh, inside edge, and that's not far away either. Well, fine leg was pretty square actually, like a deep backward square, so they will get away for 2. That was not far away. Cole there doing the mopping up. Coming in little. Oh, no, not a little, a big inside edge and running past that leg stump. Could easily have been 3 wickets in the over. Has mistimed this time. Or mistimed this time from Chawai, and that will be a dot ball to finish. So successful over for the Scots, and score at the end of 12 now. All Scotland 56 for 3. And we do look again at that points table. And it's a big game, isn't it? Every team will play 4 games, and a win here will take you straight to the top. And the net run rates are tight. Yeah, overall, you don't want to go 1 and 2. You desperately want to be 2 and 1. So Rainey to continue. What an exceptional spell again. That's clipped to mid-wicket. Another dot ball. I think yesterday it was Darcy Carter and McCall that came in for Scotland when they were 5 for 40 and just found a way to put on 60 at good time, and that is like exactly like what they need to do now, do Thailand. As that's a lovely shot. Well, That's one of the shots of the morning. Chantham comes down and clobbers that over cover. Should they get 3? You betcha. Good aggressive running. Another 3 to the total. And what a shot to get off the mark. Not an easy shot to play. So 3 runs. Oh, and that might help. That's a thin edge that's going to go past the keeper, but third is quite fine. It's actually quite good captaincy that to have third so fine when you have a bowler bowling express pace. I think a lot of teams might have had third a bit squarer and they would have easily got 2 there, but saves a couple runs, good captaincy. There's that sort of leg cutter slow ball and a bit of hit and run. Good aggressive running from the 2 at the crease, and they'll pinch a single. Pivotal moments in this game. You feel if Thailand lose a couple more here, they're in a lot of strife and could potentially only get to 100. A good partnership though, and they still fancy 120, 125. Play and miss this time. Rainey hasn't lost her pace. Generally does get it through. See a little bit of gardening from Chawai there, and I can understand it. That pitch was a little bit softer than the one we've played on previously this week. And that's blocked straight to point. They'll get through for a single. So good aggressive running again from these two. Seem to have a good understanding. That's 13 overs bowled. Score is 62 for 3. And yeah, that's a cheeky single. Good running. Slater maybe a little bit back on the inner ring. As we have a look at our marquee event, 74 days. That just keeps ticking away, doesn't it? 25th of September to the 20th of October. 31 nations, 1 European champion. Going to be out in the beautiful Malaga, Karama region to be specific, and a fantastic, fantastic trip. If you've not seen it before, make sure you're tuning in. You will thoroughly enjoy it. It is chaos with a capital C. Plenty of runs and plenty of viral moments from that competition. So Bryce out the attack. Chateri coming back in. Interesting to see Bryce not continue there. Thought they might have gone a bit more foot to the throat and continued. That's going to be a wide, and yeah, just losing their line a little bit there. Good hands. 7 overs to go. Still, Thailand will fancy themselves to get somewhere competitive. Down the leg side, nice looking shot, but well, fine is in operation, so just the single. Seems like these two have come out and found a little bit of momentum straight away. With their batting, and running between the wickets is quite aggressive, and I do like that, trying to pinch every single available. There's another aggressive looking drive, and they might try and pinch 2 here. No, they'll settle for the single this time. As Carter does the mopping up out there. I see a few people in the chat saying Thailand's bowling is extremely strong. And they sort of feel that if Thailand can even get to 100, they're still in with a shot. And they do have a very good bowling lineup. Very good. So that's pushed straight to cover, and they do steal another single. So that's good evidence that these two seem to have a very good understanding between each other. And, well, they're pinching a run of ball now. And when you do that, it usually leads to good things. If they can find the odd boundary or the odd three, they can turn these into some pretty impressive overs. As that's hit very aggressively down to deep mid-off, and just another one. So it's ticking along now. A little bit more momentum in this batting innings, it feels. Can they find the odd boundary? Can they create something to add more pressure to this Scottish lineup? Nice looking shot, but that will just be the single to deep cover. So the ones are coming. That's better for Thailand. Got a little bit strangled at the top end of this innings. Oh, and that's down the leg side, and tickled straight to 45. They're going to get through for one, but that's super unlucky to not get that away for four. Some impressive keeping from Bryce, but 6 singles off the over and an extra, so they take it for 7. This was the one to put away, caught up with it, and left or right there of Nicole, and that would have been 4. So a little bit unlucky. Look at the keeping though. Lovely from Bryce. Hit the stump at the other end. 7 off the over though, handy over for Thailand. As we do get to the crescendo of this innings. 6 overs to go. So 7 wickets in hand. As Maksud will come back in to the attack. Right arm leg spin. Ball's in a really good area. Can get these ones to take a little bit of extra bounce as well. So Maksud coming back into the attack as the breeze does pick up around the ground. A bit flatter this time, and it's a back foot punch quite nicely, but finds cover. Again, a decent length delivery, but this time they do pinch the single, so we're getting a lot of singles, which is a better sign for Thailand. Not too many dot balls in the last few overs. Only 3 dot balls in the last 3 overs, but they do need to find the odd boundary if they can. I know it's big boundaries out here in Utrecht, and it's not the quickest of outfields at the moment. Can they find a boundary? Very difficult off that bowling, but look at that. That's really good running. And they might steal another one. That's exactly what they were hoping for. They steal an extra single. These two seem to have an extremely good understanding between the wickets. I know many players out there wouldn't have even got one there because that did not go far away from the crease. Look at that. That's almost like backyard cricket tip and run style. Big fan of it. Flighted, and there comes the loose stroke, and it should be out. And oh wow, just eludes the fielder there. Chiteri couldn't get around to it. It blew it up in the air, but unfortunately for Scotland, landed in a bit of a pocket of space. I thought it was going to go straight to her. Just kept going. You see, just eluding the fielder. So an extra run. Flight again, nice shot, but that's well fielded there. It's Bryce hovering at cover. Good fielder, good cricketer overall. Last ball of this over. There comes a big shot, and it's caught. Well, it's a cruel game sometimes, isn't it? Chantham got that out pretty much most of the meat of the bat, and unfortunately loses her wicket. It was hit pretty well. A big slog sweep, Steve Waugh-esque. Deep mid-wicket was hovering, and another wicket goes, and Thailand get pegged back again. Yeah, nice. It's actually a nice-looking stroke, but the one fielder out there at deep square, and sometimes it's just not your day. And Scotland, well, they're on top at the moment, and they're feeling pretty good about themselves, and you can understand why. Nice safe catch from Lister, who isn't keeping in this one. It's time for a new batter to get themselves out there and see if they can get something going. Bridgerton has been elevated. Well, I had her listed at 9, but might be promoted up the order here with a little bit more power. Most of the bowling figures there are pretty exceptional. I think Rainey again for me really stands out, and obviously Catherine Bryce bringing all that experience. 2 for 10, 1 for 10 for Rainey. Maxud picking up her first. Yeah, I think as a collectively, it's another good bowling performance from everyone involved, and they'll be pretty happy with that at the moment. So the bowling changes do keep on coming, and well, they're going to go back to our tall left arm seamer of Slater, and I think Slater just at the start didn't maybe have the rhythm she would have liked. Looks like going to change ends, bowl from the far end and come around the wicket to start. So a little bit more different. See if they can find some rhythm now. Chaiwai is on strike, the captain. 5 overs to go. Run a ball gets them to 103. I think they'll want more than that though. As that's pushed into the offside, and well, that should be a single. They will get there. It's a loose throw. They're going to get 2. No, they're not going to get back in time. That shows you what a wicket can do as well. New batter comes out and probably isn't as aggressive with the running between the wickets straight away. Butchertham being a left-handed batter. It does change the fielding angles a bit as Scotland take their time to change the field and get it all running around and moving around. You see mid-off coming in, another fielder running across to the offside. It's always handy to have a lefty-righty partnership in any format, but especially T20, which is fast-paced. Still more changes to the field. You can see how breezy it is in the background there. It's credit to the players. It can't be easy. And good bowling from Slater. Charles in the Yorker. Coming back for her second spell today. As that one's nicely tucked off the hip. Probably just the single though, and that's been the story of this inning so far for Thailand. They've been able to work the ball around at times, but have lacked the ability, I'd say, just to find the boundary at the right time. It has added a lot of pressure. It was a steady start from the openers, and this middle order bravely has tried to get on with it, but not so easy. Scotland setting some very good fields and just strangling life out of them. Oh, that's down the leg side. Lovely, lovely hands from the keeper. That's Catherine Bryce there. Oh, my apologies, I'm saying Catherine Bryce, silly me. Sarah Bryce. Catherine Bryce has been bowling exceptionally, and her sister Sarah, fantastic. Little things like that make a big difference. Another keeper that might have gone away for 5 wides, released the pressure. And you see beautiful hands again, standing up to the stump. Slater's not slow. Slater really does get it through. This one a lot straighter and just another dot ball. So that wicket in the previous over just feels like it's dented them again. Thailand, they had a bit of momentum building there. For a couple of overs, they ran really well between the wickets, but a wicket can do that, and we're seeing what's happening now. Thailand just a little bit stuck again. Projected scores 98, but they're going to want 7 and over and 108 at least. There's another straight delivery. Bit of yes, no. A hit here is out. Oh, the underarm. Unfortunately, I think Sarah Bryce got a little bit befuddled about going overarm or underarm. Chooses the underarm, and I think that missed by quite some distance. There was never a single there. They went, bit of hesitation. And, well, Sarah Bryce, yeah, went to go overarm, decided underarm, and, well, like my 10-bin bowling team, Sarah's had a very good game so far, but a little bit of a mess with that one. That can happen. It's another over raced through from Scotland, who are getting through these overs pretty quickly as well. That's 16 overs bowled, 77 for 4. Maksud to bowl her last. Hit through mid-wicket, nice aggressive shot. Well, can they push for 2 here? I think they should go, yeah, good. Really good. That's what they need. Aggressive running. Every run really counts at this back end. And they get a 2. Nice start to the over. Through mid-wicket. Yeah, nice shot. Big pocket of space out there. And good aggressive running. Oh, and goes for the reverse Malachi and misses it. Well, Maksud got a little bit extra flight. Goes for the reverse, tries something slightly audacious. You can understand why, but a mis-execution. Good ball from Maksud, got it full. And another wicket will go. Thailand in some trouble. It looked like a pretty simple decision for Rizwan Akram, the umpire. Have another look and flight it up. I know our camera's on a slight angle, but yeah, for me, that's 3 reds. You got to go. Sneaking under the bat, hitting on the back leg, and that ball's going on to hit middle and off. So another wicket will go down, and well, Thailand on the ropes a little bit here. That's the captain dismissed. As Maya makes her way to the middle, and a bit of a pocket rocket, Maya, when she's in the field and bowling, and getting the opportunity to see how she goes about it with the bat in hand. Really enjoy watching her with the new ball. I think she's a very talented cricketer and exceptional in the field as well. Has an opportunity with the bat here. There's 22 balls remaining in this very first innings, but all credit so far has to go to Scotland, winning the toss and well, backing it up with the ball, I'd say, as that first ball is down the leg side. And well timed from Maya, and that goes into deep backward square and off the mark with the single very first ball. But yeah, overall, I think Scotland, again, have bowled pretty well. They haven't given too many loose deliveries. Their field settings have been good and aggressive, and yeah, they've just found a way to pick up wickets at the right time. It was a 50-run partnership to start. We've lost 30 for 5 since then. That's a sweep shot into the gap. And nice shot, actually. That should pick up another single. Just feel like it's going to be mostly singles and maybe the odd two until the end. Down the leg side, top edge. Will that have a bit of spin on it? It does. They might be able to get back for two, but no, just another single. So the ones continue, and Maqsood's bowled another good spell here. Going to finish with fantastic figures again. Butchertham, left-handed, trying to get something going. Might fancy another sweep shot here with the spin. Here we go, that's it, and gets bat on it. No run in the end. So another dot ball to finish that over Maqsood. Great figures again for her country, 2 for 21, and the score after 17 is 82 for 5. Have a look at that worm, and it has been steady going. It has to be mentioned that seemed to be on that 5 mark or around that 5 mark almost the whole way. They tried a couple of times to get it going, but wickets hurt in the second half of this innings, and for me, credit's got to go to Scotland. I think they've bowled it really well. The fielders have backed them up, been pretty clinical so far, so don't say this game's over just yet. Thailand will believe they can get some early wickets and fight right back. It's a nice looking shot out to deep long on for 1. Just the single. Nice start from Maya. As that's big top edge in the air. Watch the spin. Yeah, out it comes. They should go for 2. No, they're going to settle for the 1. Once again, good fielding from Scotland, who have been pretty clinical. Thought they would have doubled back for the 2. The keeper was running after the ball, but just the single again. Trying their best, Thailand, to get something away, but they can't. That's the old traditional Bermuda triangle. Right in between 2. There was a 3rd player running in as well. And another play and miss this time. Slater's bowled a good second spell here, coming around the wicket. I think it's handy also to have the keeper, Sarah Bryce, up to the stumps. Oh, that's a nice looking shot, and that's in a big pocket of space. So Maya gets a little bit inventive, doubles back for the 2, and that's good batting. As I mentioned when she came out to the crease, a bit of a pocket rocket sort of player. Wants to try things and get inventive, and very, very good with the ball in hand as well. So look out for her shortly. I reckon we'll be opening the bowling. It does seem to me it's been a wicket where pace has been difficult to get away. So that's hit pretty firmly, but straight to mid-off. So another dot ball. Last ball this 18th. Maybe with the keeper up to stumps, Mike, and maybe try something a bit cute, little ramp or paddle sweep with the keeper up. Third man, or third and fine leg are in the ring. Very hard to do it against bowling like that, but mistimes it into a pocket of space, and if they're alive here, they'll go for 2. They hesitate just a little bit and they only get the one. So another pretty good over for Scotland, who have really applied the brakes in this innings. This game's not over though. Thailand will be pretty aggressive with the ball, you'd imagine. It does feel like Scotland have bowled exceptionally well here in this one, continuing on their fine form from yesterday, keeping the Dutch to a 6-run loss. See, some of the Scottish supporters have made their way across, and I'm sure they're enjoying themselves. I'm sure they're enjoying what they're seeing out there. 87 for 5, 12 balls remaining. Run a ball, get them to around that 100 mark, as Rainey will come back to bowl one last over here. Maya sets up outside off stump and laces one. And laces it straight to the fielder. Cricket's a cruel game. You get one out the middle and you pick out Lister out there on her own. Unfortunate. Nice shot from Maya though. That's an opportunity missed. That was a shorter delivery on leg stump, and I think it just grazed a little bit of glove or a little bit of thigh pad on the way through. Missed out on a couple of runs there. Another player miss, and another day where Rainey, I think, has been exceptional. All the ones, 1 for 11, but just seems to always have a knack of beating the bat or bowling a very good length. 3 wickets yesterday versus the Dutch. Was one of the big reasons why they went on to win that game. And again, a really good day at the office. That's mistimed through forward square leg, and just another one. Trying their best, Thailand, to get this ball away, but unfortunately, few and far between how many balls have come out the middle of their bats. You see Maya is trying to be a little bit more funky, batting well outside the off stump. So they can play that exact shot, but that's the leg cutter. Rainey just reading the situation really well. Top ball. As that's beautifully timed through backward point. Well, is that a much needed boundary? No. 2 runs, I think it'll be. It's a good arm that comes flying in, but what lovely fielding out there. I think that's McCall, I believe. 2 more runs. Maya's trying her best to get this run rate going, but some very good fielding and disciplined bowling is restricting Thailand. After 19 overs, they've mustered their way to 91 for 5. So we get through to the last 6 balls remaining. I think best case scenario would be about 9 off it into 3 figures and a little bit more of a psychological barrier. Don't count them out yet though. There's that team on your screen right now are very talented indeed with the ball and an exemplary team in the field. So they'll create chances and they'll believe still. Start of the last, and well, Bryce is having a bit of a day out, isn't she? Coming back and enjoying herself. A 3rd wicket individually, always nice. And Catherine Bryce, 3 wickets. Expect to see her open the batting soon enough as well. Score now 91 for 6. Just keep it full, keep it straight, and the old adage, you miss, I hit, and that's exactly what happened that time. So Thailand trying their absolute best here, but They're up against a pretty disciplined team who are just bowling it in the right areas often. So new batsman Tipok comes out. With only 5 balls remaining, has to find a way to get a boundary straight away. Comes down the crease and whacks it back at Maya, who did well to avoid it. I think the Bryce sisters were fancying maybe another stumping there, but Tipok did well to get the bat down. Right, just another 1 to the total. 4 balls remaining in this first half of this game. Bryce with outstanding figures of 3 for 11. Potentially a 5-wicket haul is on the card, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Slow ball in the air and safe. Well, it lands in a pocket of space, and Maya's quick, but how quick is she? Quick enough, I think. That's brilliant running from Maya, who is just an energetic, well, bundle of energy. And she gets back for a cheeky 2. This must have been close. The ball didn't even leave the inner ring, and really good running. Look at that dive. Full body on the line. Easy decision from Rizwan Akram there. Maya's got to 11 off 11. And hits that pretty well through mid-wicket again. They'll think about to it. Oh, well, it's misfielded and a handy, handy boundary. Let's not forget that. That could come to be pretty crucial later on. And I think I touched on Maya when she came out to the crease. Is a bit more inventive than some of the batters I've seen and tries things. Bats outside the off stump there to hoik it away. And yeah, maybe a little bit of spin, but that's a big error. And it's 4 valuable runs for Thailand. And the 100 mark, it becomes a lot more, well, a lot higher chance of possibility to get there. Hit again straight. They should go for 2 no matter what here, because if Maya's not run out, it doesn't matter. So they do come back for 2, and well, they do get there in the end. So that'll be the 100 up. That's good cricket from Tipok, because even if she was run out at the bowler's end, it wouldn't have mattered. We're going to keep Maya on strike. So Maya's come out and played that little cameo Thailand needed. There was Carter within and just couldn't grab it. I think the ball actually hit the stumps, but the bails never came off. Look at this. Oh no, it went onto the boot. So good running, 2 handy runs. Last ball of this innings, 100 for 6. Wow, wouldn't a boundary be handy? Beautiful shot. Gets it into the gap. Well, Maya's been very inventive. They might fancy 3 here. They should just keep going if they can. And they can't. They'll get 2. So just the last few deliveries going Thailand's way. We'll have to wait and see if that does make a difference overall. The last 4 deliveries of the game went for 2, 4, 2, 2, which is 10 runs off 4, and that did help them get to the 100 mark. Good little innings from Maya, 19 of 14 not out. And overall, I think Scotland obviously are the happier of the 2 teams, but credit to Thailand, they were fighting all the way to the end there. As you can see, some pretty big smiles for the Scottish ladies, and you can understand why. They bowled pretty well, fielded well, disciplined, and did exactly what they needed to do. Winning the toss, bowling first. Let's have a quick look at these highlights, shall we? And well, there's the drone. No, that was not the drone, that's the seagull. Thought that was one of our drones that goes over the ground in the morning. And we had all the birds out, the umpires were ready, everyone was happy because the rain went away and we were able to start this game. Funnily enough, it was a 50-run partnership at the start for Thailand, but it just took an age. Those 50 runs ended up coming up off 10.4 overs. So it's a bit of a peculiar one because you always want your openers to have a good start, and it wasn't like they wanted to throw their wickets away. They just didn't find runs a premium to come by. There was some good fielding out over at deep square by Lister, who held on to a very good chance later. Contra and Kai played some nice shots as well, trying trying to get the ball to the rope, and these big boundaries do make a massive difference to everyone involved. Overall, Kyoto was the first wicket to go. Well caught there by Maksud, as tried to loft that one over mid-off, but just didn't have the power to get that one away. And Bryce and Bryce worked well together, and it was Sarah Bryce with a fantastic stumping. That was out. Good decision from the umpire. And that was the first of many for Catherine Bryce, who picked up another one in the over, sneaking that one through, just touching the leg stump. And this is when it was alarm bells for Thailand. The wickets were just falling. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't find any rhythm, and Scotland just kept on choking. This was out. LBW, reverse Malachi, you miss, I hit, and that was an easy decision. It goes right to the back end. That was the third wicket for Catherine Bryson. She must be pretty happy with her day out after coming into the series late. This was the last over. Maya, a couple of nice shots and some good running between the wickets. Took the last 4 balls of the innings from 90 to 100, so we'll see how crucial that is. I will have to wait and see if it's going to be enough. So that takes us to the halfway stage. Let's have a quick look at the scorecard, shall we? And, well, overall, 28 of 32 at the top there for Kontran Kai. Kyoto, 19 of 33. But I was really impressed with Maya's innings, 19 of 14, coming out there at number 7. And, well, tried her best to get some energy into this first innings. Let's have a quick look at the bowling scorecard, shall we? Well, 3 for Bryce, well done. 2 for Maksud, but Rainey for me, once again, really stood out. 1 for 14, could easily have had 2 or 3 wickets. Overall, the Scots, they'll be pretty happy indeed. They've bowled exceptionally, 102 for 6 at the halfway stage. So that does take us to the break. Do join us back in a little over 15 minutes for the all-exciting Run Chase. Thank you.
This European Cricket Network event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software and Bizaway.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Utrecht. We're here for this T20I match between Thailand and Scotland. This does promise to be an exciting encounter. Scotland came out the blocks, bowled extremely well after winning the toss and limited Thailand to 102 for 6. And can Thailand make some early wickets into this good Scottish batting lineup? Welcome back all the viewers around the world. Hope you're doing well wherever you might be from. And do feel free to comment on YouTube where we are live at the moment in 3 countries all at the same time. And looking forward to this one. It should be a good game. The weather gods have been good to us as we had a lot of rain around overnight and in the morning, but thankfully has cleared up for this match and looking forward to seeing how it pans out. As Sudarang will open the bowling. Lister's out there. Lister's looked good in her 2 innings without going on and making the big score, supported by Carter, who was player of the match yesterday. So here we go. Ball 1 of the run chase. Well, a lot of swing first ball, and Lister hits it pretty well out to Meyer at deep square leg, who fizzes it in. What a start that is. That swung quite a way, I should say, and I'll definitely look out for this bowler. Sudarang was player of the match a few days ago, 3 for 3. So Thailand, desperate for early wickets, aren't they? They can get a couple of early inroads, they'll fully believe, and they're going to want to get Carter out early. Oh, and that is almost through. That is not far away from getting through that gate and hitting the stumps. That came in an age. Look at this. Ooh, yeah. That is hooping. And the breeze is from left to right, so do expect this ball to swing quite a bit. And again, big appeal, but that's probably going down leg. Oh, she runs and, would have been run out. Well, it's one of those ones you get hit on the pad as a batter and you sort of just start running for no apparent reason, just losing track of where the ball is. And if direct hit, I think this would have been gone. But it was a really poor throw, and Carter survives. But this ball, you can see early, is swinging a long, long way. Wow, that is really going. And, well, Carter does well to get bat on it. And we'll think about 2. It's a tight 2. But good aggressive running and off the mark. Every run crucial in this run chase. Not too many runs on the line. It comes in an age again. And a little bit of a misfield there. You don't often see that from Thailand. They're usually quite clean in the field. And good aggressive running. I love that. Touch and go. Get back for 2. Again, a lot of swing and another thick inside edge. So, nice start from Sudarang, who could easily have gone 1 through the gate here and picked up the first. It's going to be a mixture of spin and pace in this innings, but early wickets will be the key. Scotland also have the Bryce sisters who are here today. And it's not going to be easy for Thailand, but they'll believe. They'll believe with an early wicket or 2. They've still got a chance. Well, gets that one completely wrong, and it actually beats Kyato as well, the keeper. And that'll be a wide and 1. So, already on 5. Required rates around about that 5. A good power play for Scotland could kill this game early as well. As that's hit hard straight to the field, gone. Well, Lister hit that pretty well, and Tipok takes a good catch at mid-off. That did sound good off the bat. It's an aggressive shot early, and that is exactly what Thailand needed to get themselves into this game. That ball swinging back in, and chipped straight to mid-off. Bang. Wasn't the worst shot, but just aerial and a nice safe catch. A little bit of a celebration. And the first wicket will go. Thailand believe they are still in this match, and Lister has looked pretty decent in most of the innings. Times the ball nicely, but this time loses her wicket. And as out comes Catherine Bryce, who bowled exceptionally well in the first innings, and usually if you bowl well, you take that into your batting innings as well because your confidence is up. Catherine finished with outstanding figures of 21 for 3 for 21. And we'll be looking for an innings of substance here. Going to be easy. Do you think this pitch is a little bit too paced? Catherine plays for the Trent Rockets. Out in England, Loughborough Lightning. So, player of high pedigree. 31st Women's T20I for her, and she averages 40 with the bat with 800 runs exactly. So, Carter will be on strike for this second over. Butchatham will come in with some right arm off spin, but a lot of arm balls as well. There'll be a couple of balls that will swing away from the right-handed batter. As that's cut away nicely from Carter. So a little bit of width on off, and that could actually trickle close to the boundary rope, but will pull up and they should get back for an easy 3. And they will. So handy runs, and Carter seems to have picked up where she left off yesterday. 53 not out for her first international 50. It's Catherine Bryce now. So this would be a massive wicket for Thailand if they can pick it up early. Bryce is obviously averaging 40 in women's T20Is, is an amazing record. That's full and straight, and what a nice little start that is for Bryce. Just knocked into the gap and off the mark immediately. So big moments early in this run chase. Thailand picked up the early one of Lister, but they want to go bang bang here. They'll want 3 for 30 on the board, I think. Oh, full straight, and well, Carter sort of jams it into her own foot and it goes backward. Maybe a little bit of luck this time. I think it jars the ball out into the back of her foot and it almost rolls completely backwards onto the stumps. Quite remarkable. That's really well bowled. It's full straight. They go for a tight single and, well, aggressive running as well from Carter, who's quite quick between the wickets, and they pinch another one, and Thailand need to be on it here. They can't let Scotland get away with easy singles and ease their way to these runs. They need to be all over it in the field if they're going to pull off this win. Pulled away, nice looking shot, but good fielding there at a wicket. So dot ball. It's going to be a mix of spin and pace for Thailand. They've got some seriously good bowlers. A little bit of width, and what a lovely shot that is from Bryce. Catherine Bryce, obviously a player of high pedigree, isn't going to miss out on that. Short, wide, and crunches it away for 4. Just too much width on offer. Sits back, enjoys the extra room, and that's a handy boundary for Scotland, who, despite the early wicket, will be pretty happy with their run rate. As we do look at that table, and, well, log jammed, everyone with 1 win, 1 loss. So pretty pivotal game there. Scotland take the win here and go to 2-1 with 1 game remaining. They control their own destiny, really. Another win over the Dutch would pretty much give them the title. Don't count out Thailand though. They're still in this. Over number 3. In the air. Oh, just short. And they're going to get through for a single. So Carter looking to take that on, take a risk there, but didn't get anywhere near the middle of the bat, and they do get through for just the one. This will be a good contest. Looking forward to this. Sudarang has been able to swing the ball back in, has been one of the more dangerous Thailand bowlers all week. But bowling to Catherine Bryce is another step up in level. Shot. Lovely shot. Dug out and well stopped there in the end. So just the one. See, Bryce times the ball beautifully. That made a lovely little noise through my effects mic. I think Carter so far, if I'm honest, hasn't found a way to cope too well with this in-swing just yet. You just feel like one could get through the gate here. Like that, but that's going down leg by quite some distance, starting it a little bit too straight. And that will be a leg bye. One good thing for Scotland, though, at the moment, when you're chasing a low total, you don't want to nurdle your way there. They've been able to find the boundary and been running pretty aggressively, so staying ahead of the rate early is also key. Nice shot again, but straight to mid-wicket this time. And Catherine Bryce, as I mentioned, 3 wickets in that first innings. So I dare say feeling pretty confident about her day so far. And that one wrapping on the pads, and once again, starting it a little bit too straight, swinging down the leg side. A few people in the chat saying they believe Scotland will go on and win this. But I wouldn't say just yet. There still could be a twist in this. I see some good spin bowling coming into the attack soon. Maya with her right arm seam as well. I imagine with bowl, and Thailand are ranked number 11 in the world for a reason. They won't give this up too easily. Hit pretty well to wide mid on, and they will just jog through for a single. So 3 overs bowled in this run chase so far. Scotland have moseyed their own way to 18 for 1. We have a look at that comparative worm. I know it's only early doors, but they just have to stay just above 5s the whole time. Wickets will be the key. Can Thailand pick them up at regular intervals and force a few issues? That's what they'll be aiming to do. As it does look like an early bowling change. I like this change. Maya's going to come into the attack, and for me, with this surface having a bit of a green tinge to it and a little bit too paced, I think Maya might be quite effective here. I imagine, though, that Catherine Bryce will enjoy the extra pace on the ball, but Maya's got a great action, gets it to go away late, and can she pick up the big wicket? It's a nice start as it's hit straight to gully, and oh, good fielding thrown in at the bowler's end, but dot ball, and this should be a good little battle. Yeah, Maya might not be the tallest of stature. She's got a brilliant action and is actually one of the quicker bowlers in this competition. Look at that run up. That's good. Swinging it away. Who wants to get a little bit straighter, but Bryce needs to be better wits here. Not too sure if she would have faced Maya before. A little bit more back of length, and that's Back foot punch straight to the field. And, oh, they go through for the one. I wonder if that would have been close with the direct hit. A couple of nods out there. Might have been tight. It's a good bit of fielding. Attacked it well. Let's have a closer look at this. It was a tight one. I think she would have been safe. Yeah, home comfortably. So good running between the wickets. As that's well driven out to backward point. So they got two fielders outside the ring are actually quite square, deep square, and a deep sort of backward point. So a really wide third, you could say. Obviously expecting that Maya might get a couple of edges away or some balls that have squeezed away into the offside. There's some decent pace coming from Maya here. She's beating the bat, but just getting it to start a little bit too wide. There's some lavish movement here. And it's swinging quite a bit. Swinging from the hand, but swinging quite a bit. If she can start it on that off stump, maybe even a fourth stump, get it to go away, bring in an edge into play. It's a little bit better, but it's a nice looking shot, and it splits the two, and that could go for four, you know. There's three players running around, and a good bit of fielding as they only get the two. So nice shot from Bryce, who's going about her business pretty calmly at the moment. Good contest this. Just again, just a bit too wide, letting the batter release their hands and play through the ball. Wouldn't even mind seeing if Maya just gets one full and straight or middle, just to see if Price is shuffling across a bit. Better, edged away, and well, it eludes slip, and they will get back for two. So that's the delivery. You want to see Maya bowl a little bit more. That's a genuine edge that flew past slip into the gully region. They do get back for two. So another over complete. Scotland, pretty good start considering they're only chasing 103. Score is 25 for 1. Looks like the bowling changes will continue. This is what we have coming up tomorrow. It's Friday. And always love a good Friday afternoon work session. Netherlands playing Thailand. Make sure you do join us back for that one. And Netherlands had a fantastic win over Thailand, so they'll be wanting to repeat the dose. As Puta Wong is going to come into that, and I'm a big fan of this young bowler. Left arm off spin, but a lot of mystery about it. Bowls a very good arm ball, sort of with one finger on the seam, which will actually swing straight back into Carter's stumps. Might have been tempted to go Sudarang one more, but Puta Wong's been brought on, and let's see if she can get the breakthrough. Very clever bowler, and from what I've seen in her game so far, doesn't bowl many loose deliveries, will always be thereabouts. In the air, and gone. That's what I'd like to see. Puta Wong comes in, picks up the wicket. A crafty bowler, and capitalises straight away. It's a loose shot. Carter trying to be positive. This is the one that's swinging back in, doesn't get it, and a nice safe catch out there by Tipok, and that's the second catch there at mid-off. And Thailand believe they are in this match. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a close one, it feels. 25 for 2. Always landing it on that sort of good length, and yeah, not close to the middle of the bat this time. Has to go. It's a big wicket. She was in form from her 53 not out the other day. There's the Netherlands. And this could be game on now, as it's Bryce and Bryce out in the middle. Sarah Bryce partners up with Catherine Bryce. So these two coming into the squad today. And work will be cut out. Plays for Welsh Fire. The Oval Invincibles. And a very good record as well, averaging 30 with the bat. So these two, both averaging 30 and 40 respectively. Big contest. This could potentially be... The next 20 minutes could decide this game. If they get through the next 20 minutes, these two, I think they might go on and win it. Well bowled. Really well bowled again. Andy, in the chat with the question. No, it's just a double round robin. No final. So whoever is at the top of the table at the end of 4 games for each country will be determined the winner on Saturday afternoon. Well bowled again. Such a talented bowler. Really, really special. What a great start this is. We could potentially get a wicket maiden here. And again, right on the money. Won't get that wicket maiden as that's just tapped into the leg side for a single. 19 years young, Pudawong, and a fantastic record. Economy of only 2.8. Has 37 wickets in T20Is at an average of 13. Pretty ridiculous. Reverse Malachi, brave batting, but good batting. Gets it away. They'll think about 2. They're coming. Well, it's very brave batting considering a wicket in the over, but it's good batting. And, well, it's the Bryce sisters that stand in the way of Thailand at the moment. Another over complete. Score is 28 for 2, and yeah, gorgeous shot. No backward point in operation. No short third, I should say. Backward point was there, but only the one behind on the offside. Have a look at that scorecard, and yeah, these are the pivotal moments. 2 very experienced players for Scotland are out there in the middle. Both played 40 games for the country. And I like this. Yesterday, Maya, for whatever reason, only bowled 1 at the top and then they went straight to the spin. I think she's a spearhead. Keep her on and trust that she might be able to bowl that perfect delivery and pick up a massive wicket. Edged. Oh, and it beats slip, and that might go for 4. That's why you want to keep her in the attack. She makes things happen, and great effort in the field, but it's going to just get away for 4. The edge was there, and oh, it flew. It absolutely flew. Have a look at the replay. Here comes the edge, and yeah, no, eluding slip. Maybe a little bit square. There's a top effort out here in the boundary, but just couldn't pull it back in. So 4 valuable runs to Scotland. Big contest here. Myers finding some rhythm with the ball. Straighter this time, and it's bunted to mid-on. I don't think there'll be question marks over the rate for Scotland in this chase. I think they're always going to be ahead and stay ahead. It's going to be that wickets column we're all going to have to keep an eye on. If Thailand can keep picking up wickets here, there, and get into 6, 7 wickets and bring in that lower order, they'll truly believe. But they're going to have to get these 2 out cheaply today. Nice shot. Shot of the day for me. That wasn't the worst ball you'll ever see. And that is smoked by Sarah Bryce. What a lovely shot. Stays slightly leg side of the ball. And bang. Doesn't move the feet too much. That's okay. Cricket's different in 2023 than 1993. Stay leg side of it. Trust your hand-eye and release the hands. Good batting. And you can see it's already down to 67 runs. So lovely start in the run rate for Scotland. They'll be disappointed about the 2 wickets, but they're still ahead in this game. And in the air, it's going to land safe, but not that far away from mid-wicket there. Mine does have some genuine pace. Thanks, Catherine Bryce back on strike, who's having a pretty good day out, it has to be said. 3 wickets and currently 14 not. And a play and miss. That's that genuine pace I'm talking about. Maya getting it through and also troubling Kyoto there as the keeper. So last ball of this power play. Wouldn't Thailand love a third in the power play? I think if they pick up another wicket in the next over or two, they'll truly believe they're still in this. I guess that one a little bit wrong. Maybe going for the magic delivery that starts on leg and hits the topper off, but funny game, isn't it? When your angles are wrong, you don't get that normal outswing. So once again, last ball of this power play. Does Bryce look to try and cash in or just see off Maya? Well bowled as it's punched out to cover, and well, good fielding from the two out there. Big smiles on their face. They're always enjoying themselves, and that's massively important as well. So the over is complete. 6 overs gone, 38 for 2. We have a look at what's going on tomorrow in Hungary. I told you that we are everywhere at the moment, and it's actually finals day tomorrow. So this will be in Budapest. They haven't filled in who's going to finish first to fourth yet. So that's basically 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have much else to say about that. So it's finals day over there in Budapest. Make sure you tune in and watch all the cricket action. Pudawong coming back and, well, excited to see this young bowler, 19 years young, go about her business. Oh, I tell you, that's exactly what Pudawong wants. It's good batting as it's squeezed away for 2, but I don't think she should be too deterred from that. Sarah Bryce shuffling across and clipping that into the leg side. It's good cricket all round, actually. But she misses that. That's hitting it halfway up middle. Oh, again, good batting. Just drops it into that leg side. And good contest this. You're watching two very experienced Scottish internationals take on this very talented young Thailand bowler. What a good contest it is. Only 1 for 2. They need the wicket. Oh, goes the reverse and, well, gets it again. These two manipulating the field quite well. Brave batting. Another 2 to the total, just ticking it over nicely. Scotland looking to go back-to-back victories. Will Thailand change their field a little bit and put a fielder behind backward point? And again, spearing it in at the stumps. Dot ball. Very good contest here. His teams are well matched, I think. And Scotland obviously bowled extremely well here, but Thailand are throwing everything they can at them at the moment. Squeezes that one in and well timed. And the Bryce sisters looking pretty good at the moment. They'll be happy. Building a pretty nice partnership. 1 ball remaining in this 7th. A better length, but lovely little punch for a dot ball. So it brings us to the end of 7 overs. Scotland in control at the moment. The score is 44 for 2. As I want to welcome everybody to what we call the little dream box, the commentary cube. I hope everyone's doing fantastically well out there. And if it is your first time on ECN, as I mentioned before, do follow us on all the things you see at the bottom of your screen right there, because we are getting bigger. 1,700 live games a year is, well, quite amazing. We're in 3 countries at once at the moment. We've got the ECC coming up in around about 72 days. We've got the ECL next year out in Cardamom as well. They're the Champions League cricket, the Euros of cricket, and then we have a lot of club cricket as well going on to different countries. And we have T20I cricket with men's and women's happening. So do tune in, do follow us, give us a like, subscribe, whatever you want. because you can watch cricket all year long, and I'll be around the traps about 20 to 22 weeks a year. So if you do want to listen to me jabber on, feel free to follow us and keep tuning in, because I'll be around. I think my next trip's off to Portugal, so looking forward to that as well. As we get back to the action, and Thailand deciding Maya should have a rest. Time for some more spin. That's cut away. What a lovely shot. Well, Thailand trying their best to find a way through. At the moment, they're running into a pretty red-hot Catherine Bryce, who seems to be seeing the ball quite well and timing it well, just milking the field brilliantly. As that's a nice sweep shot, and get away for one as well. So these two just finding a way to manipulate the field. And for Thailand at the moment, trying their best, but just not getting away. Chaturang Gratana has been brought on, and a little bit of right arm off spin. Good length, pushed away into the offside. 56 runs to get for Scotland. They're in control of this fixture, but crazy things have happened on the ECN network. Seen some amazing comebacks. This would be one of them, I think. That's cut nicely into the gap again, and I think we're seeing a little bit about the difference of Scotland and Thailand. It just felt throughout that middle innings, middle period, sorry, that Thailand just couldn't find the gaps. It was dot, dot, one, things like this. And for Scotland, it feels like nearly every delivery is finding a gap, or they're finding the one required. Aggressive looking stroke, but straight to mid-off, and they will scamper the one again. So Scotland going about their business pretty well at the moment, after a fantastic win versus the Netherlands yesterday. They are creeping their way to go back-to-back victories and to the top of the table. Cut nicely, and another one. So that will bring the 50 up. Pretty calm from Scotland. Good cricket education. 8 overs gone in this, and the score is 50 for 2. I can just hear through my effects mic some of the Scottish supporters as well around the ground saying very good and keep going, and you can understand why. They did lose 2 early wickets, but when you've got the Bryce sisters floating around at 3 and 4, this Scottish lineup just looks oh so more dangerous. And for Thailand, not enough runs on the board, but one thing you learn about this team is they don't give up. So they'll still believe that if they can pick up a wicket or two, they're going to get back into it. There's another bowling change, and well, you can't discredit them for trying a few things. Cam Chomfu will come into the attack. Small off spin. As that clips away quite nicely into the leg side. And, well, they're going to go back for 2. Brilliant running. Maya tried her best to stop the 2, and that's been a cornerstone at the moment of Scotland's innings here. Sarah Bryce is just clipping the ball into big pockets of space. Seems quite comfortable to shuffle across her crease and drop it into the holes there on the leg side. And not worried about missing one and getting LBW. That's good, confident batting. And this time, brilliant batting. Well, no 45 in place, so it's a bit of a free lap, and it's just pure manipulation of the field. And Thailand are trying to find a way through, but at the moment, they're running into a very informed couple of sisters, to be precise, both striking at a good rate and just manipulating the field. She's had another look around, then they haven't adjusted Thailand. They're saying go it again, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see Sarah Bryce get down on a knee again and just play a little lap shot, because if you get it off the bat, easy shot to execute, it's another 2 runs. Here we go, and there you go. So it's smart batting with the field that's set, and that will be another 2, maybe even 3. No, they'll settle for 2. So clever batting, because now it's going to force a change in the field. So she forces a change now, and the 2 mid-wickets that were in place, one has had to go walk to 45. So you see now 45 goes into place, and Sarah Bryce, from what I've seen in this 20 minutes, will now walk across and clip this into the gap on the right of mid-wicket. Well, you can't clip that one, you can just punch that one through the offside, and that's going to be another 2. And these 2 batters are looking fantastic at the moment, super calm, and, well, taking on everything Thailand's throwing at them and doing it pretty comfortably. I'd be very tempted for Thailand to bring back my spearheads early before it gets down to 20 runs required. There's no point waiting. There's the clip, and now she'll take 1, and 2 if they're quick, and they'll just settle for the 1 in the end. So lovely work here from Scotland, and if you do like watching some batters, go about their business, well, you're watching it the right way. So last ball of this over, it's 59 for 2. And a reverse Malachi, and it gets away. Well, that took a spin like in baseball when it hits the mound, and it just spun away. It's a bit difficult for the fielder out there, and that will be a couple more runs to the total. And that's pretty unlucky, as it does go for a few runs. It's that reverse sweep once more. And Scotland are cruising to it. As I was saying, sort of like baseball when the ball lands on the mound and it catches and spins. And that's exactly what happened there. So it goes for a couple of runs. And Scotland looking the business here. 62 for 2. 9 overs bowled. And, well, I'd be very tempted to go back to the top. I wouldn't leave Putawong, Maya or Sudarang without bowling out here. I'd be going for the gauntlet. Bring them all back on and hope they can force something and open this game back on. So, there's Maya. She's enjoying herself still. Always a big smile on their face, and credit to them. They're always having a good time out here. Shot. Oh, that would have been an amazing catch. And it'll be 1. That was laced. That was absolutely laced. And that would have been a phenomenal catch. Crunch. Boy, that was hit so hard. I think that's Putawong there at cover. Did pretty well to get a paw up, and then direct hit would have been tight as well. And you can see, I can understand why that hurt a bit. That was hit so hard. There she is on your screen. Fantastic cricketer. 63 for 2. Scotland only 40 required. The Bryce sisters in complete control. Oh, that's a play and miss just outside the offside. Probably the first loose shot we've seen in a while from Sarah Bryce. Maybe not wide enough to attempt that cut shot, sort of trying to give herself a little bit of room. There's enough room there, and that is cut lovely through the offside, and it scoots away. And, well, that's going to be another boundary. And it takes them to 67 with only 36 runs required now. And the Bryce sisters have flown in and shown why they are such a commodity to Scottish cricket. Yeah, nice timing into the gap. And 4 more runs. Scotland look like they're going to romp home here. Good to see Vinny Sandu in the chat. And watching, he said he's got the multi-screen action going on. Yeah, it's not a bad idea if you want to watch 3 live games on the ECN at one time. Nicely cut again, but this time it's going to pick out the fielder. So only 36 required, and that really feels like they've crept up here in the blink of an eye. It hasn't taken them that long to find their mojo at the crease and manipulate the ball well. You see in the chat, a Scots dude in the chat saying great gameplay and batting by the Bryce sisters, and it is. It really is. So that's flighted. A little bit of a play and miss and some noise out there. Maybe an opportunity at a stumping, but, well, it's going to go away. So dot ball to finish. We're 10 overs into this run chase, and Scotland are in complete control of this fixture. The score is 67 for 2. As I think the Paz are going to take a little bit of a drink and get a bit of refreshments. I can understand. It's pretty muggy out here today, and we look at the tail of the tape so far. I think for me, really, it's that batting innings from Thailand. Just never looked like they could get going. 102 for 6, under par. And you add the Bryce sisters, especially Catherine Bryce. What a day out. 3 for 21, and then to come out here and be 25 off 23. All-round performance, and I would say currently leading the race for player of the match. I still think Thailand need to go back to their spearhead bowlers here. I'm going to stick with Cam Chompfu, who went for 12. I'm not sure on this decision, but let's see if it pays off. Clips straight 1. And unless they take a risk, Thailand, and bring back maybe a spearhead, the Bryce sisters will be happy enough just to knock these off spinners around the ground. Only 35 runs required. Well, that's a loose sort of shot as it's an edge away, and that will avoid the fielder, so they should be able to get back for 2 again. A lot of runs through that backward point, sort of short third area. They've been reluctant to have 2 behind point. It's cost Thailand a few runs with the reverse sweeps and late cuts. Not easy, though, when you're bowling to 2 batters that seem quite astute at knocking the ball around. That's lovely punch down the ground for a 1. So Sarah Bryce has come out, taken over the reins from her sister, raced herself into the 30s. 26 and 31 respectively. As that's cut off a better length there from the bowler, just trying to tie her up for a little bit of room. Thailand desperately trying to find a way to get a wicket. I can still hear them out there. The energy's good. Just lacking maybe a little bit of luck or a little bit of skill to get the wicket. As that's beautiful batting. Beautiful, beautiful batting. Just coming down the crease and bunting it straight for a single. I think that's something that a lot of people at home would admire as well. The use of the crease so far from the Bryce sisters, either coming down the wicket to punch a 1 or using the crease to cut it away like that. Just trying to get back on the crease and cut that away, but wasn't the right length. And another over is raced through. So Thailand on the ropes in this one. 11 overs have been bowled. The score is 72 for 2. As I have a look at who they're deciding to bring on here, and really they need to throw the gauntlet now. This chase has been oh so comfortable after the second wicket fell in the 5th over. The Bryce sisters have combined and, well, they've taken it away. They're just cruising along. They've kept the rates in the 6-7 area, 6.55 to be exact. And when you only have to go at 5.55 at the start of the innings, you're always going to be ahead. As well, they keep going with this off spin and off spin. Will it pay off? Shot. Great fielding from Meyer. Fantastic hands. That was hit extremely hard. Yeah, good fielding. Lovely fielding. No fumbles out there. She's had a pretty good game herself, I think. It's probably a big moment where she actually got the edge of Sarah Bryce early in her innings, but it avoided the 1 slip. That is just punched back to the bowler, so 2 consecutive dots. Again, cramps her for room, and they'll scamper through for, I believe that will be a leg bye, and yeah, just the 1 leg bye there. Yeah, just cramping for room, but that's missing leg. You can understand a little bit of excitement. They're trying to make something happen for themselves. 30 runs to get now. As that's a nice punch again, straight, and just this manipulation of the field has been oh so good. Something that Thailand couldn't do in their innings, just couldn't find gaps. And a big shot comes and it eludes mid-wicket, but mid-on is pretty wide out there, and another one. So just ticking it over, that'll actually cross them over into the 50 partnership of 45 balls as well. So last ball of this 12th over. Can Thailand get a wicket? No. Almost though. And you can see Sarah Bryce a little bit frustrated with her decision there as she gives herself a donk on the head. But that is another over survived and gone through. Tries to push that. Probably not there. No room. And just as a little reminder saying, whoops, make sure you get forward to the right arm off spinner. So another over complete. Scotland all in control out here in Utrecht in Netherlands. This is what's coming up tomorrow. And well, plenty of cricket action. Again, we've got 4 international matches on the network. Luxembourg, Switzerland, Malta, Romania, and Switzerland, France. Vinny Sandhu is out in Malta, Mr. Maximo himself, and hope he's having a good time. I hear it's quite warm out there. And then I'll be back around at about 2 p.m. tomorrow, Netherlands versus Thailand, and that'll be quite a big game because if Scotland go on to win this, well, it could be writing on the wall for Thailand tomorrow if they don't win. So there is still the possibility that all these teams beat each other again, and you could have all the teams on 2-2. So net run rate would come into it. And Scotland here are looking at a very good net run rate boost. Like 28 required. Sudarang is going to come back, who I think should have bowled 3 up top. She swings it so much. Could have gone for the gauntlet early. She's back now, though. Not as much swing on offer at the moment, but that'll be pulled straight to mid-wicket for a single. Shot crunched out to deep cover, and that'll just be the one. They think about going on the fumble, but just the one there. Well, these two very happy just to go about their business out in the middle. You can understand why they average 40 and 30 respectively at international level. They are staring down the barrel of a couple more not outs here as well. Always good for the average booster is the red ink. Short, cut, 1. Once again, Thailand desperately needs something to go their way. 26 now. You can't see Scotland slipping up from here, but stranger things have happened in the sporting world. Leicester City winning the Premier League's probably up there. So you never know. 1 wicket, could it open up a door? Short again, and that is mullered through the leg side. That is 4. What a nice shot. Sudarang hasn't found her length since coming back into the attack, and, well, you dish that up at your own expense, and that is laced through the leg side. Short sits up beautifully, and cross bat slap. 4 handy runs, and Scotland look closer and closer to winning this and getting themselves a pretty good net run rate boost as well. It has to be mentioned. Short again, smacked again. Meyer, fantastic fielding. She's been a live wire out there. Really stood out with the bat. I didn't think bowled that bad a spell either. Just didn't have much luck. And yeah, does not mind being in the hot spots in the field. 22 left to wrap this one up. Short again, unfortunately, just hasn't found the right rhythm that over, and maybe would have been more efficient to bowl in the power play. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Another over bowled. 13 overs bowled. The score is 81 for 2. .22 runs required at the moment. And Scotland, who had a pretty poor first game in this tournament, are going to come back and win 2 in a row. So credit to them and their brains trust and the coaches involved. Didn't panic, and well, they look a force to be reckoned with at the moment. So not many runs left on the board. Thailand still trying to throw as many punches as they can. You can see the comparative score at the moment was 63 for 3. So that's pulled not so well timed through the leg side, but just another single. And yeah, there were only 17 runs behind at this stage, but they just didn't get that injection in the first innings either about boundaries, or besides Meyer coming out and playing that little cameo, no one else really got going. Flighted, hit hard, and gone. Well, there's a wicket. There's something to smile about. It was an innocuous looking delivery, and it got hit straight to mid-off, and it's the big wicket of Catherine Bryce, who, well, has had a really good day at the office. 3 wickets and a well-made 30-odd, but she has to go now, looking to play a big shot over mid-off. And just didn't get the elevation. The hand comes off the bat. Nice safe catch. That's 3 catches at mid-off, which is quite surprising. Don't always have that as well. And Thailand haven't given up just yet. It would take a minor miracle, but they haven't given up just yet. Will we have a late twist in this game? Warm round of applause, though, for Catherine Bryce, and you can understand why. Batted really nicely and, well, has had a very good day. Has got her country extremely close to an international victory. Thailand needed a little bit of help, and I think they got a bit there as Terry comes out, and we'll want to try and see these runs off without any hiccups at all. .33 it was for Bryce, and Thailand bring the field in, as you can understand. They need to squeeze, they need to create some more pressure and see if they can steal themselves another wicket. Nice looking drive, but straight to mid-off, so dot ball. Nice looking shot, and that's whacked away through the leg side, but be a single. And they could have been tempted to bring mid on up, actually, but decided not to. 20 to get, still 7 wickets in hand. 99 times out of 100, you'd imagine the batting side should get there and get these runs. And you can see why. While one of the Bryce sisters is still there, Scotland will be pretty calm. It's a lovely little drive down the ground for Sarah Bryce. Well bowled again, and a dot ball. So handy over for Thailand. They're just trying to stick in it, stay in this game a little bit. Score after 14 overs is 84 for 3. As we take a quick look at what we were saying before about our marquee event, it is absolutely massive. 31 nations will be going to Cartamania in Spain. Malaga, gorgeous part of the world. Looking forward to this. You got all the group stages. A winner from each group will then go to Championship Week, and the Netherlands 11 are waiting there as well, who recently have qualified for the World Cup for the men's team, but also they are our current ECC champions. So they are already fast-tracked to finals week, but 6 groups, Cartamania, T10 action, absolute chaos. Some of the runs there are phenomenal. As a good decision to bring Putawong finally back into the attack. I'm happy about this because for me, she's the type of bowler that could easily take 2 in and over, and that's exactly what they need. Well bowled again. That will just be a single. Good fielding. Oh, direct hit, I tell you, might have been close. Good fielding there. It was a tight one in the end. It looked like it would have been easy, but there's a bit of commotion. Let's have a look. Direct hit. Would have it been out? As the throw was pulled anyway. Not close. That's a risky sort of shot. Reverse sweep. They go for a quick single and, well, they get there. Very, very quick between the wickets. Probably shouldn't have been one there. Went straight to the fielder. Risky sort of shot. There was a short third. If that had come off the meat of the bat, that might have actually flown straight to her. In the end, it's still the single. Oh, bowled. Well, Thailand start to believe a little bit. And this is why this young sensation is so good. Putawong sneaks one through the gate, disturbs the tinder, and the Bryce sisters are gone. It's taken a while to say that. Sarah Bryce is bowled for 35 off 32, playing slightly across one. And Putawong does pick up the big wicket. You can see the smiles on Thailand's face because they believe they're still in this game. Just sneaking through, hitting the leg stump, angling in with the arm. And another wicket goes. So this is game on at the moment. You got to believe that Thailand have turned what was maybe a 1% shot into a 10% shot after the last 5 minutes. 86 for 4. 17 required. Still 6 wickets, but Thailand, they might just believe they could do something here, something special. All the fielders come up. Yeah, have a look at this. They've actually brought everybody up except deep mid-wicket. So we have 8 fielders in the ring. They are on the hunt. Oh, big appeal, but that's sliding down the leg side. You can see what she was trying to do, honing it in at that middle stump. But yeah, what a field. 8 fielders in the ring. 10 if you include the bowler and the keeper. Just a deep mid-wicket in place. And they're saying you've got to hit it through us to get this run. And it hits straight to mid-wicket, so it'll be a dot ball. What a sensational over. 3 overs bowled from Putawong, 2 for 11, and the score after 15 is 86 for 4. Let us know what you think in the chat. Is there a late twist here, or is it a little bit too late for Thailand? Have they left the running just a little bit too late to get back into this game? Still plenty of fielders in the ring here. They're trying their best to keep this pressure on. clipped nicely. Just the one. Every run counts. So single there. 16 to get now for Scotland. You'd imagine they still need to produce a pretty special over, Thailand. A double wicket over, even a triple wicket over, really. 16 doesn't feel like it's much. Scotland do have a lot of batting to come still. But there is just a little bit more tension in this game now that the Bryce sisters have been removed. Sweep shot and not out, gets outside the line. Well, Jack was dismissed for a duck the other day, trying to play that sweep and getting outside line, but didn't get outside enough. That one there, you can see, right outside the off stump. Maybe a little bit of bat involved as well. Goes for it again. Gets a little bit of bat on this and it'll elude 45 and just the single. Ones are okay, as the throat is absolutely fizzed in. A lot of people saying that pressure does make things a little bit more entertaining. There is a bit of pressure here now. You can just feel it in the air a little bit. Well, an adventurous little lap and it pays off. They should get back for an easy 2 and very good batting. As Thailand just a little bit of a fumble trying to decide who's going to throw it in, but a handy 2 runs and takes the air out of this game a little bit more. .13 to get now for Scotland. Hit nicely and another one. So this over just turning to be a little bit of a steadier. Could they have gone back to Maya? The question has to be asked. But overall, a steadying sort of over for Scotland after losing the Bryce sisters in the last couple. 12 runs required to go back-to-back victories. And that's hit pretty nicely straight to mid-on. Direct hit. Oh, I tell you, I reckon direct hit's out there. We'll have another look at the side on. Would that have been another wicket? Let's have a look. No, I reckon she's safe. Just good running, good call. Hits it and goes, sneaks the single, and Scotland get oh so closer to an impressive victory. 16 overs gone, 92 for 4. We have a look at that worm, and we spoke about earlier about trying to get ahead in the chase and ahead of the rate, and they got miles ahead in the rate. So if you do lose wickets in clumps, and they lose 2 wickets there in the 14th and 15th, they don't have to stress too much because they're pretty far ahead. 11 runs required. Oh, goes for the reverse, and where's the ball? Well, the ball's lodged in the pad. For a brief moment, I thought Jack was walking out the crease, was going to be stumped. I couldn't see where the ball had gone, but I think it's a underneath edge and gets lodged into the pad. No, it's just straight into the pad. Look at that. And yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. Straight in. Not too sure anyone knew where it really went. And the next ball hit straight to mid-on. This should be it's fumbled. Could have been a run out and a single, and Scotland get a little bit closer. There is definitely some more pressure in this game, but only 10 to get now for Scotland. So that's hit to the right of mid-wicket, and they'll get at least one, and they'll have to settle for the one. So these two have actually done quite a good job of putting that pressure to bed and just moving it to the side by knocking the ones around and running quite aggressively. They've gotten it down to 9 and if a couple other wickets had fallen in succession, might have built a lot of pressure on the lower order, but they've done a good job. Sweep shot this time and pretty well timed. Fortunately, there's a deep square in place and they'll get themselves just the one. So 8 to go here for Scotland, and well, back-to-back victories after being thumped in game 1 is mighty impressive for me. They've come back strongly, and That's blocked into the offside, and good running again. They're going to get themselves another single. So just milking it at the right time, these two. Playing the percentages, hitting it into the gaps. Pudawong's bowled an exceptional spell again. Really, really talented young cricketer. Great to watch. Fantastic figures of 2 for 15, but just hasn't been enough. As that is another cheeky single. Thailand had to be tighter there. They couldn't let that happen, but they did. Good figures, 2 for 16 or 4. Really well bowled. One to keep looking out for the future. But after 17 overs, it's still all Scotland. The score is 97 for 4. So what's coming up tomorrow? Netherlands versus Thailand. Looking forward to this. 2 p.m. Should be a good game of cricket. And, well, plenty to play for these teams. Scotland, they go to the top of the table after a really difficult first day at the office. And, well, the loser of that game, it will become very difficult to win the competition if you lose that one tomorrow. '18th overtime. 6 to get, 1 stroke away. Hit extremely well through deep backward square. They might think about 2, but they'll just settle on the 1 and another single. Good batting again from Jack, who's come out here and shown some good intent, well supported as well from their partner in crime. And 5 to go now for Scotland. I'm sure there's a lot of Scottish viewers around in Scotland. They've tuned in, and family and friends. I'm sure they've enjoyed this match. They've played a very good game of T20 cricket, have Scotland. And that's a lovely shot, a powerful shot, and plenty of noise from the supporters around. 4 runs, first boundary in a while through wide mid-wicket, and that takes us down to the final run of this game. Scotland are going to go back-to-back victories against a very good Thailand team. But overall, it's been Scotland's day from the moment the toss went their way. They elected to bowl first. I thought they bowled exceptionally well and have reaped the rewards. 1 to get then. And I think that might, oh, it's close, not out in the end. So we got to remind everyone that we only get we don't have the use of technology for these decisions. So even if we slow it down this route, Rizwan Akram's got to make a decision on the spot, and you can understand why he said not out, because that is way too close to call. 1 run required. And that'll do it. Lovely shot over long on. Scotland will run away 6 wicket victors, I should say. A complete performance from them. They started the competition slowly, but back-to-back wins, and you can understand why those 2 batters out there have big smiles on their faces. It was set up by the Bryce sisters with the bat, 33 and 34 respectively. Catherine Bryce also took 3 wickets. I imagine that she must be player of the match, but wait to get confirmation. We'll have a little interview after the game as well. But what a game of cricket for Scotland. They've come out here and been fantastic, and they will leapfrog the Netherlands. They will leapfrog Thailand, and they have gotten to the top of the table. Fantastic performance overall, and we'll have a quick little look at the highlights and the scorecards, but what a day for Scotland cricket. As we take a quick look at those highlights, and well, there was a bit of rainy, wild weather earlier. We didn't need the helicopters to dry the pitch though. Lister came out, was well caught at mid-off and had to go early. And at this stage, Thailand thought maybe we have a chance, but this brought out the dangerous Catherine Bryce. And she batted beautifully, really hit it to all parts to back up her bowling as well. This was the 2nd wicket. Carter tried to get a little bit adventurous and had to go. It was a good delivery. That was swinging back into the stumps. It just wasn't there for the shot. And then there was it was a good batting display. It was the Bryce sisters, wasn't it? Catherine Bryce and Sarah Bryce batted fantastically well. They hit the ball into the gap. They hit the ball to all parts. But for me, it was sort of the batsmanship of just working the ball around and using the angles really well. The little laps and the little sweeps everywhere were fantastic and just good to watch, I have to admit. really successful, and overall, they'll be pretty happy with this, Scotland. They did start the competition a little bit slower than they would have realised, and they've come back and played a good game of cricket. This was a late wicket. That's Catherine Bryce going, and we thought maybe, just maybe, they're going to fight back and another wicket would fall, but overall, it was a little bit too late as Thailand left their run to the end, and they didn't have enough runs on the board to defend. That was the winning shot, 4 runs. Good batting. As the shot over mid-on wrapped it up. They only needed 1 to win. 4 of them came. And a good win overall for Scotland, who are now top of the table with 1 to play. So they control their destiny. If they beat the Dutch in their last game, they will win their tri-series. Have a look at that scorecard. The Bryce sisters, 33-36. Chiteri, let's also mention that, 16 off 12. And even Jack's little 6 off 10 was actually quite effective. Ran really well between the wickets. Only the 6 extras, but 106 for 4. Well done, Scotland. They've come back roaring into this competition. The bowling effort, everyone tried their best. Putawong, what a bowler. 2 for 16. Sudarang, well, bowled 3 overs. I think that they maybe need to stay with her bowling with the new ball as much as possible. She swings it so much at the top. When we look at the scorecard and we look at how it all wrapped up, Thailand 102 for 6. Scotland, they win by 6 wickets. They should be very, very happy indeed. Catherine Bryce, fantastic. 33 off 36 and 3 for 21. I'm sure we might get a little... I haven't heard word of who's player of the match, but I imagine it must be her. We'll just wait and see in a moment. But very good win for Scotland, who, has to be mentioned, had a slow start in this competition. They were skittled out by Thailand on day 1. And to come back on day 4 and win like that, that'll make them feel very proud indeed. So do hang with us. We're going to have a quick little presentation in a moment. And looking forward to that as well. But overall, a good game of cricket. Scotland run away the victors in this one. And with that win, they do go to the top of the table. So we'll get into the post-match presentation just in a moment. Do hang with us. Hello everyone and welcome to the post-match ceremony, I should say. We have player of the match, Catherine Bryce, and Malik is going to present you with the player of the match trophy. Yeah, get around her. Congratulations, Catherine. You flew in last night, 3 wickets, 33 with the bat. Good day at the office.
Yeah, not too bad to get out there and put in a performance for the girls.
Yeah, I'm sure you must be happy. And look, the girls had a slow start, but with that, when you actually go to the top of the table, if you win against the Netherlands and win this little competition, what would it mean for you in Scotland cricket?
Yeah, I think it'd be huge for the girls. We've not had a huge amount of cricket in the last year, so I think it's difficult to come out and really hit your straps straight away. So it's great to have 4 matches for the girls to kind of build into the competition and start to put together performances. I'll
give you one last question. Batting with your sister must be fun, and you two have a great record for Scotland. How fun is it to bat with a family member out in the middle and put on a big partnership?
Yeah, really lucky to be able to bat together for so long and know each other's games really well. So, yeah, she said at one point we're keeping up with each other well. So, yeah, it's good to be able to bat with her.
Beautiful. Thank you, Catherine. And a warm round of applause for Catherine. Well done. Congratulations. So that takes us to the end of another good day of cricket. Scotland are the victors by 6 wickets. They go to the top of the table. We'll be back again tomorrow, 2 p.m. It's going to be Thailand versus Netherlands. That's going to be a do-or-die clash. Back again tomorrow. Bye for now.